Few have played as many roles instrumental to the growth of women's basketball. From 1981 to 1988, she served as the inaugural chair of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Committee. She has been a member of several key NCAA committees, including the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Oversights Committee and the NCAA Division I Championships Committee. She was the Atlantic Coast Conference's first female athletics director while at NC State. She also helped negotiate the first women's basketball tournament television contract with CBS. Ladies and gentlemen, 2019 Women's Basketball Hall of Fame inductee, Nora Lynn Finch.
It will be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face.
You could keep playing that song. That would be all right. It's pretty good. Hi, everybody. Y'all, I want to thank the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame Selection Committee because I never saw this coming. I could never have imagined this. This is more than anybody could ever have been expecting. And I can't think of a better group of people, a group I would have more in common with than this class of 2019. Y'all, we are classmates forever. Oh, Mike Krzyzewski was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and when he wrote his induction speech, he wrote it as a letter to himself, so I'm gonna be like Mike. Don't fret, Nora Lynn. You're alone in this crib right now, but not for long. You're going to be adopted. You're going to have 2 brothers and a sister. The older brother is going to repeatedly try to kill you. The younger brother is unusually, exceptionally kind and gentle. And your sister, well, she could be your twin because of your common values, your faith, and your deep love. You'll grow up in a North Carolina town where your father will be a very popular dentist. Your mother will be a Southern belle, and you will ride your horse through people's yards, through the golf course, over the golf course, and even into your family's garage. You will play softball, you'll play tennis, you'll bowl, and then your dad will build a full-court basketball court in your backyard, and you will shoot baskets into the wee hours of the morning. You will go to Western Carolina because it is so far from home, you must have a car. Go Cats! At Western, you will play field hockey, volleyball, basketball, and tennis, and it seemed subtle at the time, your basketball coach will suggest that you become a referee. You will officiate your home games, and you will play on the road, except for that big tournament down at Winthrop, and when you go to Tennessee, and Joan Cronin needs you to officiate the game in that little gym where the scores table is up on a stage. Alumni. In your cute little kilt, you will pitter-patter up that stage. You will play in the first invitational women's basketball college tournament at Westchester State, and Western will finish second. You'll play in the second one at Northeastern in Boston, and you will officiate the third one at your alma mater. And the AIW will emerge from these 3 years of invitational tournaments. And in 1972, you will officiate in the inaugural AIW National Tournament. Coincidentally, in 1972, Title IX will knock the nation off its Sports for Men Only foundation, and your life will change dramatically. You will meet Kay Yao when you make your basketball coaching debut when Wake Forest hosts Elon. It will be a game distinguished by more jump balls than field goal attempts, and it will be followed by the North Carolina AIW protocol of post-game punching cookies for both teams. It was such a good time. And you and Kay will stand in the hall and exchange inbounds plays. Your father will die suddenly and tragically. You will be angry with God. You will struggle mightily for 8 months. Kay Yao will send a North Carolina State student, to see you because she needed funding for Athletes in Action. On August 26, 1976, she will lead you to Christ. And at that moment, life, love, leadership will take on entirely new meanings. You'll fall in love with basketball, and you'll leave the faculty to become a full-time coach at NC State with Kay. Your mother will have no idea how you plan to make a living. But she will be thrilled when you are allowed to come back a second year. For 36 years, you and Kay will teach skills and ethics to thousands of girls in your summer camp. And Debbie Antonelli, Beth Bass will be among your all-time favorite Kay Yao campers. You will begin every session of the camp with an devotion, and Kay's going to pass her Olympic gold medal ring around for the campers to hold. She will tell them that Christ is worth more than gold. And you will develop a very close personal friendship with a Jewish mother who will start this friendship with a personal, passionate protest. You will assume the role of chair of the inaugural NCAA Women's Basketball Committee. And the nation's eyes will focus on you as the spokesperson for the premier women's college sport. You will be nervous, but you will understand the imperative for success in light of the nation's conflicted perspective about women playing in front of a lot of people and on television. You will pray often. God will show his favor. You will go to the Olympic Sports Festival at Syracuse with 13 friends and fellow coaches to start the National Women's Coaches Association. You and Kay will be tasked with hiring an executive director. You will convince Betty James to leave a tenure-track teaching position at James Madison to become the executive director of a non-existent association with no members, no money, no office. And then you will convince Mimi Griffin, Hall of Fame class of 2014, to find you a free office. You will convince Baden to create a slightly lighter, slightly smaller basketball, and will have it sent to all of the Coaches Association members to conduct some drills, shooting, ball handling, collect data to see if that ball was going to be a good thing. And then you will take that data to the Division for Girls and Women's Sport Basketball Rules Committee, and you will propose that this ball become the ball for women's basketball. And in less than 10 years, FIBA will adopt that ball as the official ball worldwide. Debbie Antonelli is going to take that data and avoid the library at the University of Ohio and write her master's thesis on it. You will help ESPN launch regular season women's basketball telecast by being a color analyst for the Big Ten and the SEC. And Bernie McGlade and you will launch the Atlantic Coast Conference women's basketball telecast as co-analysts. And she will stand and you will sit on a raised chair and you will be on camera and look about the same size. Your mother will go to the A&P grocery and tell all of the neighbors when your games were going to be on, and you will become a hometown celebrity. A neighborhood celebrity anyway. And the golfers will forgive you for riding your horse on the golf course. You will be in Atlanta at the Final Four when Joan Cronin will tell you that your mother has died. That anger that you had when your father died will be replaced by the joy for eternal life. You will be strengthened by the knowledge that Christ was in your father, and Christ was in your mother, and that you will be reunited. But I will tell you that there is an intense, deep sadness when you lose the second parent. It just is. You will serve 31 years on the United States committee that oversees the World University Games, and you will serve as the chief of mission for the United States delegations in Sheffield, England, Fukuoka, Japan, and it's in Buffalo, New York that they didn't understand a thing you said. In 2008, John Swofford will lure you from North Carolina State to the ACC. And the CCA and the NCAA will form an LLC on women's basketball officiating, and you will be the chair of its competition committee. And this is going to be the most fun you've had in a long, long time, because you're going to tap some of the nationally renowned stakeholders from across the country. We're going to look at ways to make the game more fun to play, more fun to watch. We're going to start with the playing rules. I'm going to recruit Carol Stiff, Debbie Antonelli, Carol Callan, Danielle Donahue, Debbie Williamson, June Courteau, and others. And we're going to look at the game from the playing rules, and we're going to make some substantial changes that will change the game. 10-second backcourt. Advance the ball into the front court in the last minute of play. 4 quarters. No 1-and-1. 2 shots on the 5th foul in a quarter. Fewer timeouts. The game's going to be faster. It's going to be more fun to watch. The scores are going to be better. The free throw shooting percentages go up. Field goal shooting percentages go up. And the Final Fours are going to be awesome. This game is fun. It is our game. And then you will receive the most prestigious and meaningful distinction of your career when the Hall of Fame Selection Committee inducts you with 6 fantastic women into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. And you will promptly announce your retirement because you know to stop when you're at the top. The simultaneous combination of the Hall of Fame and retirement will start an avalanche of meaningful cards, notes, calls, emails, letters, and the messages will surprise you. They will startle you. They'll shake your self-image. They'll stir your private emotions, because these expressions from family and friends will be intensely personal. And these messages will confirm for 100% certainty that your life and career have embodied these simple truths. Most people will help you if you ask them to. People will follow you if you respect them. People will excel if you will encourage them. People will watch when you are unaware. People will remember how you make them feel. And you will be very wise to tell people, while you still can, that you care about them, that they are important, that their dreams, their aspirations, their ideas are important. And in that vein, I thank Brad Hecker and Charlene Curtis, Kelsey Harris, for embracing my vision, laughing at my sense of humor, and being tireless teammates. And Mary McElroy, you will raise the bar. And those of you who have ears to listen, I remind you that faith is life's most important attainment. Family will be your life's greatest comfort and security. Friends will be your life's choices personified. And Faith and Bruce, you are me and I'm you. And Katie, thank you for nursing me back to health. Thank you for caring for me as no one ever has, for giving me my pending retirement with new direction. And the audience will be thankful, Nora Lynn, that you will celebrate quietly the rest of the night.
Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stay?
Congratulations, Coach Finch.